if you've already put in the work to learn the minor pentatonic scale or the blues scale, and you've wanted to move on to learn modes, don't feel like you have to start again or like treat it like it's a totally different topic. The modes have 7 notes and the pentatonic scales have 5. So you're really only missing 2. For the most part, you can get away with just having a pentatonic scale and adding. You already have the 5 notes, just all you have to do is add the 2 more. And those are the 2 that are characteristic to the mode. So you can just swap them out, keep the initial pentatonic shell, just add in the modal characteristics as and when you need. It's much easier than starting again with scale shapes across the neck, where you're probably not gonna think about what notes you're playing. It's just gonna become a shape for your fingers to go up and down, and then the only way you're gonna see progress is, well, like, at least I can play it faster than I did yesterday, but you're still not finding the characteristic modal color that you want. It's much easier just to add a couple of notes to the pentatonic scale that you already know and you've already put time and work into. Okay, so let's start with A minor pentatonic. That's the one most people are aware of. So if you already know this box shape, it goes over 2 octaves. So the 2 extra notes that we need to add in, there's going to be 4 in total, so just because there's 2 per octave. So let's start with the higher one. Two notes that we need to add are the B that's going to give a different color. So normally if you're just staying in pentatonic, you're going to be here. I've been skipping over the 6th and 7th frets in order to get that sound. We just add the 7. And already it's a more solemn type sound. It's left the kind of rock sound to something more pensive. And that's the second one we can add. We've added so far the B note, which is on the 7th fret of the high E. And then the other one to add is the F sharp. And this is the Dorian note, because although the B is in Dorian, it's also a natural minor, so it's not unique to Dorian, whereas this F sharp is. In a minor context, would you have a major 6? That's the note that makes it sound Dorian. It's important to emphasize this. Alright, let's take a look in the lower octave. So normally we would play, there's only 5 notes there. Let's find the B first of all. So just like the high E, everything you learn on the high E, you can instantly just play it on the low E. So that B note was on the 7th fret on the high E. You can play the same thing. And then the F sharp. If you would normally play a pentatonic lick, like that Dorian F sharp is right there, that major 6. It's also really nicely right here. If you're playing kind of so that's where those Dorian notes appear in the first box. Let's have a look at the second box. So normally be... So the B in the higher octave is right here. Same place as you played it. So the B and F sharp are actually in the same place they were in the first box. They're just on this side of the box. So instead of this, there's the B. And then the F sharp is there on the 9th fret. For me, there's two ways to play Dorian, or Dorian has two ways you can kind of bring it out. There's a way to play it slowly that kind of sounds mysterious. So I'll give the open A for context for that one. So. So the second way that I hear often played is in a kind of a bluesy, up-tempo, bluesy, funky kind of thing. So. And that's more trying to incorporate those extra notes into blues licks you're already familiar with. So if you already play... Just throw that in there into the same type of lick. So. Or even with the blues scale. So if you normally play... You could throw that in. If you've ever seen anybody in a kind of pentatonic box where they're playing double stops, like, and you see them go those two notes, D and F sharp. So the F sharp is from Dorian. Because if they played the F natural, a lot more solemn. but suddenly the F sharp. There's a cliche. So if you were going to do that anyway, so I wouldn't feel that when you're learning mode, you have to start again. Like as if you learned the minor pentatonic skill and this over here, and the modes is something you have to start with, like it's a brand new topic and you have to start it over again. There's 7 notes in each mode and you already have 5 from the pentatonic that mostly acts as a shell. You can just add these characteristic modal notes for the most part. So don't feel like you have to start learning like 3 note per string ideas. You're just like... because ultimately they'll just become a shape. If you're not actively thinking about what notes you're playing, or it also just leaves, your phrasing will disappear. Because if you have all the phrasing that you're used to from your blues licks or rock licks, to just suddenly start learning a bunch of 7 shapes across the neck and going up and down them, you're missing the point. Probably not notice where that Dorian note is, which means you won't emphasize it, which means it won't sound like you're playing a Dorian. You might as well just add that one characteristic note to something you're already familiar with. It's much easier. And you've already gone through the trouble. If you've learned the other 5 boxes, then just adding the 2 notes to those 5 boxes, I mean, you've already done the legwork, you may as well just do that.